On the West End plan, everything is done except for, the only additional expenses going forward will be the electric bill, the utilities, the security, and the insurance. Everything has been contracted. The landscape is still being finished because of weather, but we have contracted. Of the $299,000 appropriated, the non-construction items, including acquisition costs, deeds, testing, environmental cleanup, etc., were $4,799. The design work and permits were $11,460. The utilities, security, insurance, to this point are $2,680. The marketing, including signs and design work, was $3,475. Of the $299,000 appropriated, at this moment, the non-spent funds are $4,235. The actual construction costs are $244,548, excluding the unforeseen costs related to the basement, which were $27,800. So we have finished spending money except for utilities until we have the auction in October, either last of October or 1st of November. We're still working on the date for that. The attendance and reactions have been nothing short of phenomenal. In the first 4 days, 2 weeks ago, Saturday and Sunday, and last week, Saturday and Sunday, we've had between 350 and 400 people through the house. It's literally a continual stream of people. The first weekend was that weekend when it was just pouring, and at one point there were 12 umbrellas sitting on the front porch of people who were so interested that they came in, walked in the rain, and put their umbrellas on the porch. Mayor Regovich has been at 3 of the 4 days that we have been there. I was at 3 and Peter was at last Sunday's. We have a schedule going forward. And one of the council people, Ann Turk, was there the first day, and I can say without exception that there were no people with negative comments. There were a lot of wows, but nobody had any question as to why we were doing the project. They got it instantly. They said, yes, we see that we have to reinvest in the properties, and as you can see, we have the handout, the 12-page brochure that shows the before drawings, the photos, the after drawings, and all the projects we did it. Includes some basic budget information about permits, etc. And people are taking those. The one thing we've told everybody to come in is come back, bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your contractors. And I would say without a doubt on the 3 days that I was there, there's at least 8 or 10 people who have been through the house who are working on plans for a significant renovation of a new bungalow they have purchased. The best way to describe it is, this is a model home for 16,000 bungalows, and the reactions have been phenomenal, exactly as we expected. I did an interview on WINT radio with Ellen Foley Kessler last Friday. The Plain Dealer is doing a feature that should be this Sunday. The News Herald should be next Sunday. We also had 5,000 of these printed, which is a means of inviting people to come to the house. It shows the open house schedule, which is Saturdays from 12 to 3 and Sundays from 1 to 4, starting June 15th through October 13th. These are being distributed in the garage where all the handouts are at the YMCA Dream House. Because the 49,000 people who went to the Dream House last year are going to look at houses. They're not going to buy a $500,000 house, they're looking for ideas. So Kirk Stonebrook said that they typically, people who have handouts, hand out about 5,000 during the course of the Y. And so we have this card there, and hopefully it will, as soon as the Y starts their open houses this week, we'll start generating some additional flow through the property. Quite frankly, more than 100 a day is actually a pretty crowded place. So we're going to try to sustain that level throughout. Dave Verdacci from the County Planning Commission went through county housing records and identified 1,600 bungalows that are in neighborhoods similar to where the Better Flip is, and we're mailing 100 to 150 invitations every week to people on that list of 1,600. So we tap into other neighborhoods in and across the county to take the message forward. And at this point, we're off to a great start. So that's all I have on the Better Flip.
Any questions?